Good morning, students. Welcome to all four e-learning classes. This is Shiva Prasad who is teaching you. Okay, today we are continuing with the economics first year, unit 3. Particularly that is demand analysis lesson. In this one, we are going through the elasticity of demand. Elasticity of demand, I told you, if the demand changes due to the change in the price, then it is called elastic. If there is no change in the demand due to the change in the price, then it is called inelastic demand. So that we have seen yesterday and before that day, that is for last 3 days we are discussing about elasticity of demand. I told you at the beginning itself, it is a very important topic. In this topic we will see plenty of things which gives us in-depth knowledge about elasticity of demand and how it is useful to the market. We have seen yesterday what are the determinants of elasticity of demand, price elasticity of demand. Actually not only price, even income and other like cross demand also influences the elasticity of demand. But here we are going to see the important points of what is the importance of elasticity of demand, importance of price elasticity of demand. And after completion of this, if still we are with some time, we will see the total demand analysis lesson. But here we will see point by point. I told you from the beginning that I am repeating again. Open your textbook, keep a notebook, keep a pen handy, and whatever I say, just go on writing. In that way you can remember better. Otherwise it is very easy to forget this all points. So read, write and listen. When you listen, read and write, then you won't forget. Now what is the importance of price elasticity of demand? First one, we will see how it affects the monopoly market. How it affects the monopoly market. See how it affects the monopoly market. We will see two levels. A monopolist, if he is producing inelastic commodity, then price will be different. If he is producing elastic commodity, where price elasticity is more for the demand, that type of commodity, he will fix the price differently. If his product demand is price elastic, then he will try to keep the price low and sell more commodities. If the product which he is manufacturing is price elastic, inelastic demand, then he will increase the price. The same commodities are going to be sold, then he will earn more profit. But he is the only one person supposed to be in the market, then only this monopoly market situation will be applicable. And in the market there are two types of markets. One is elastic market, another is inelastic market. Maybe you are getting confused. What is elastic? What is inelastic? Again I tell you, where due to the price demand change is elastic market. Change, elastic market. Where due to the price demand does not change, inelastic market. So which is which? We will see. In simple understanding, we can see particularly big cities, metros and small villages. When you compare these two, in big cities, people don't care about the prices. Whether price increase or decrease, they will purchase the same quantity. Means in the cities, price elasticity of demand is very less or ignorable, sometimes unaccountable. But whereas if you go to the small villages where the people earning is very low, then automatically they will start thinking even about 1 rupee also. Then a monopolist, while he is fixing the price in different markets, elastic market, inelastic market. In elastic market, I mean in the cities, metros, he will increase the price because it is an inelastic market. Even if he is increasing the price, people does not care, they will purchase the same quantities. So there he will earn profit. Whereas in the villages, he have to decrease the price because it is an elastic market. What it is? It is an elastic market. There if he decrease the price, demand increases. Told you no, price change, demand also change. That is elastic. He will earn more profits. So in this way, in the monopoly market, a monopolist will see first his product, what type of product his product is. Second, in which market, how much price he has to keep, he have to plan. So it is useful to a monopolist or in the monopoly market. Second one is joint products. Joint products. See, plenty of products, they won't come alone. They come with byproducts. For example, let me show you. Particularly when they are manufacturing the sugar. See, first they use the sugar cane, they extract the sugar juice and they use it to produce the sugar. But whatever the sugar cane is left, that squeezed sugar cane, they deposit it one place and they let it decompose. That produces molasses. Molasses is sort of alcohol. Okay, they gather this sugar cane and they extract that molasses out of it. It is used in manufacturing of liquors sometimes, and it is also mixed into the diesel or petrol. In some of the areas they made this experiment by mixing this molasses into the petrol. They wanted to see the lifetime of the bike or cars. So they can use this alcohol in so many ways, like industrial alcohol also they want. In that way, these byproducts, like sugar is one product, byproduct is what? Molasses. They can use this both. So they have to fix a price for these two products. There are two joint products. So whichever is elastic, they decrease the price. Whichever is inelastic, they increase the price. You know, sugar, whether you increase the price or decrease the price, we use it. Even though the quantity changes. But still, so if the product is inelastic, they simply increase the price. If the product is elastic, they simply decrease the price. In that way, a joint products producer will fix the price to his two products by watching the elasticity. Now, the third one is government. Yeah, governments have their own method. What is that? Government will watch that whether the product is elastic or inelastic. If it is an elastic one, then the government will give that product to the private companies because it is elastic. If the companies increase the price, the demand will decrease. That's why they get afraid to increase the price. There will be open competition. Even if they make some groups, gangs, still they cannot increase the price. If they increase the price, demand decreases. So that type of products, elastic products, will be given to privateers. But some products are inelastic. Those will be produced by government in public utilities. That is public companies. Now let us see, like you take railways. Railways cannot be made totally private. If you make it totally private and the people start increasing the price, we cannot avoid it. You cannot go to Delhi by bike or by walking. Whatever the price they increase, you have to go by train or flight. So instead of flight, we prefer train. Why? Because train is cheaper means of transport. But if that is being privatized, it is going to be a big problem to the common man. Okay, it's a different issue. In this globalization, even railways also going privatized in the time of our Prime Minister Modi. Yeah, it is already started, that process. Like water, that is supposed to be provided by government. Roads, supposed to be by government. RTC, Road Transport Corporation, supposed to be under the hands of government. because these things are very important for the public. They cannot avoid using them. So government has to see whether it is a elastic commodity or inelastic commodity. If it is an inelastic service, then government has to take it. And if it is elastic, give it to the privateers. Let them compete with each other. Okay. So with this, government also has to see whether the product is elastic or inelastic. Next is international trade. International trade. What is this international trade? Exports and imports. Export means sending the goods to other countries. Imports means getting the goods from other countries. In this, we have to see what we are exporting, what we are importing. That common understanding should be there whether the commodity is elastic or inelastic. When you have to fix the price in the foreign markets, you have to see whether that product is going to influence the market in which way. If it is a elastic product, decrease the price in comparison with your competitors, then automatically demand for your commodity increases. Second, if the commodity is inelastic, then see, improve the quality and increase the price, then automatically you will be getting better profits, because the people who are using other products, due to your quality, anyway they have to use it. It is inelastic. They stop purchasing the commodities of other competitors and they will start purchasing your commodity, and automatically demand increases, price profits also increases. That is international trade. Next one is Ministry of Finance. This already once we had a discussion. Finance Ministry. What is that? Actually, at the time of fixation of taxes, long time back we had a discussion why a thumbs up which is actually manufactured at a price of 3 rupees, the cost is only 3 rupees, but by the time it reaches our hands the price will be 15 to 22 rupees. Why it is so? Why the price is increasing? Because government lays plenty of taxes on those commodities. Actually, the demand is somehow, due to the advertisements, become inelastic. Yes, it is not a life-saving one. It does not give you any health, but still the price is high. It, like take alcohol, tobacco, on these things government goes on laying more taxes. It goes on increasing the taxes because they are inelastic commodities, inelastic goods. Even though the tax is increased, prices also increased, still people are going to purchase it. People think that by drinking thumbs up they are getting the a comfort. They feel that it quenches their thirst, but it's a wrong thing. Your thirst will be quenched by water, not by thumbs up. But in the advertisements, due to these heroines, heroes, etc., they tempt you to drink those things. They make you addicts towards this tobacco, that is smoking, and alcoholism, which is not at all good for health. So government considers that what is good for the public, what is not good for the public. What is not good for the public, they increase the tax. Even in AP, now at this moment, they increased a lot of excise taxes on alcoholic products, so that the people will be discouraged to consume more of alcohol. But still it is going on. Already we have seen what are the determinants of demand, price elasticity of demand. In that, addiction will make the people to purchase the commodities. There it is inelastic. So government will see that on inelastic commodities taxes will be increased, and on elastic commodities taxes will be decreased. That is the way how Ministry of Finance balances the things. They get the budget to spend the amount on the public utilities. Next one is management. Management. What is this management? Now, for some time, you are not a student. Of course, you are a student. You are learning. But let us assume you are not a student, you are a manager of a company, a big administrator who is organizing a big company. There you have to see whether the salaries of labor has to be increased or decreased. You are a software company manager, CEO, Chief Executive Officer. Now you have to consider which group of people supposed to be salary increased, for which group of people salary supposed to be decreased. Now you have to take a decision. Here again elasticity plays a vital role. How? Like, if the labor is elastic, means if you increase a little bit of salary, then more labor will come. If you decrease the salary, more labor will left the company. In that case, you will consider whether to increase or decrease. If you decrease and the labor will not come, if the labor is elastic, then no problem. If the labor is inelastic, then there is a problem. Like software engineers nowadays, lot of supply, they are elastic. Even if you increase a little bit of salary, plenty of people will come. So labor elasticity can be seen that in the software line, inelastic. Even if you decrease the price or increase the price, you are going to get the labor. Okay, so if the labor is inelastic, you have to consider whether to increase or decrease. If the labor is elastic, you have to consider whether to increase or decrease. Next, prosperity midst plenty. Actually, this is a paradoxical sentence. Prosperity midst plenty. Actually, here it should not be prosperity, but poverty. Why I say poverty is, yeah, when you have plenty, certainly you will be a prosperous person. So prosperity midst, in the middle of plenty, is a common sentence. Prosperity midst plenty is a common statement. Because you have a lot of things with you, then you are a prosperous person. So there is no paradox in this one. But the paradox is poverty midst plenty. Poverty means not having enough money, midst having plenty. This generally happens with an agriculturist. What happens with the agriculturist is, actually, when productivity is less, then the prices will increase. When production is more, he got a very good product, that time prices falls. Even though he have plenty of product, due to the price falling, he won't get enough money even to survive. See, poverty midst plenty. Generally, prosperity midst plenty is a common statement. Yeah, you will be happier, you will be rich when you have a lot of things. But only in agriculture, it plays a paradoxical conclusion. When all the agriculturists are having a lot of production, then automatically price falls so low, they won't get enough returns. That is, here you have to see the elasticity and inelasticity. See, all of a sudden too much of product, then demand will become what? Elastic. Demand falls down because you have plenty of product. Price falls down. Whenever demand decreases, price decreases. Demand falls down, price also falls down. Then automatically, even though he have plenty, he will become poor, poverty stricken. That is poverty midst plenty, but in the textbook it is being given as prosperity midst plenty. Okay, now let us see the producers. There is the last one. Producers. What is meant by this producers? Yeah, producer have to consider what he is producing, whether the product what he is producing is elastic or inelastic. Long time back, once I asked in the classroom, if you have been given 5 crores of rupees, what you will produce? I chosen 2 students, one from right side, another from left side, and one student told me that, yeah, I'll go in the production of addiction things like manufacturing of cigarettes or alcohol. Another student said, sir, I prefer producing the commodities which are useful to the kids in the age of like 3, 4 or 5 years age to 15 years or 20 years. I said, why? The first one said, it is because the addiction products never will be, demand is inelastic. Whether I increase the price or decrease the price, I am going to get enough returns. Then the other student said, but taxation is going to be very high on that one. But the products which are useful from 5 years to 20 years are going to be clearly going to have a lot of demand. They are inelastic because in last 20 years there are more than 30 crores of population produced in our India. In exactly 2000, our Indian population is 100 crores. Now it is around 131. Means extra additional 31 crores belongs to which age group? 1 to 20. So what that student says is, if I produce which is useful from 5 to 20, I will have a lot of demand, because that is a big age group which are going to purchase my commodities. Then my product is going to be inelastic, like bags, books, pens, geometry boxes. So I seen both the students giving me a new lesson, showing me a different light. I did appreciate both of them, of course, but one student's point of view is wrong. Taking advantage of someone's weakness is not at all good. Here morals comes into the market. Morals, which is not accepted by Leonel Robbins, but which is being proposed by Alfred Marshall. We need to produce the commodities which will benefit the society, or which will encourage the welfare of the society. So we have to think as a producer, which product will have more demand in the market, which is more inelastic, which is got more consumers, then automatically we will produce that particular commodity. Is it clear? So with this, we almost did come to a conclusion of demand elasticity, which is related with price elasticity of demand. Next we will see other two, that is income elasticity and cross elasticity. Same like price elasticity of demand, income elasticity of demand. Income elasticity of demand. Elasticity of demand. What happens when income increases? Demand changes. But this demand changing is two types. Already we have seen in the demand analysis itself, there are two types of goods. Sometimes the goods demand increases, sometimes decreases when income increases. That is superior normal goods and inferior goods. So we simply see that EI, there we put ED. Elasticity due to the income is percentage change in elasticity of demand and percentage change in the income. How much percentage of change is in the income and how much percentage of change in the elasticity of demand. Income elasticity of demand. With that we can come to a conclusion whether it belongs to total elasticity, relative elasticity, unit elasticity, relative inelasticity, or zero elasticity. So always percentage change in the income elasticity of demand by percentage change in the consumer income. With this we will get whether it is equal to 1 or greater than 1 or lesser than 1 or infinity or 0. There are 5 functions we can see. With that, we can come to a conclusion whether the commodity is superior or normal good or inferior good. Clear? Okay. Now we will see cross elasticity of demand. We have seen cross elasticity means what? Related goods. Even related goods also influence the elasticity of demand. That is, X demand will be decided by Y's price, or Y demand will be decided by X price. That we are going to watch here. See, elasticity of cross, percentage of change in the price of, percentage change in the price of a commodity, percentage change in the elasticity of demand of X due to the percentage change in the price of Y commodity. Percentage change in the elasticity of demand of X commodity by percentage change in the price of Y commodity. In the first one we have seen price of X influences, but here price of Y. This may be a substitute or this may be a complement. Whether the complementary goods or substitute goods, they are going to influence the demand of other commodity. Okay, this again we will see if it is equal, the price of the Y changed equal to that demand of X changed, then it is unit. If the price changed 5% and demand changed 10%, then it is greater than 1. But there is no change in the price, but demand of X commodity either increasing or decreasing, infinity. And change in the Y commodity is 10%, but change in the demand of X is only 5%. Less than 1, inelastic, relatively inelastic, and price of the Y changed either this side, that side, increased or decreased, but the demand of X is same, then it is 0. In this way, we can see price elasticity of demand and income elasticity of demand and cross elasticity of demand. In this one, we have seen in this chapter demand analysis plenty of things like meaning of demand elasticity, demand function dx is equal to f of px, ps substitutes, prices of complementaries, income of consumer, taste, etc. And we have seen determinants of demand, that is related with almost functions of demand. Next, types of demand, there are 3 types: price, that is price demand, and second one is income demand, third one is cross demand. Then we have seen law of demand. Law of demand is the relation between demand of a commodity and price of that commodity, only price and demand. In that one we have seen extension and contraction. Next, we have seen exceptions to the demand, that is Giffen paradox, Veblen, and illusions and speculations. And we have seen negative sloping of demand curve. With this, we can come to a conclusion that our demand analysis 3rd chapter is completed. If you have any doubts, you can call me and you can ask me the doubts. Okay, with this I completed the 3rd chapter of 1st year economics. Okay, good day.